Good afternoon, traders. Welcome to NinjaTrader Live. I'm Tracy Shuchart, senior economist. And here's what happened while we are away. The Treasury sold 20-year bonds today, and demand came in strong despite rising oil prices. Bonds cleared at 4.883%, a touch below where traders had priced them. Orders ran 2.68 times the amount on offer, and foreign institutional buyers took an outside 67.4% share. Bottom line, long end yields look reluctant to push meaningfully higher from here, but they're not collapsing either. Then we had an article out from WAPO that said clearing mines could take 6 months. You guys heard it here first. I got the story out before the Washington Post did this morning. So the Strait won't open quickly. Military sources estimate weeks to months, potentially 6 months or more, to clear Iranian mines from the waterway. And if you remember, I mentioned that back in 1991, the U.S. took 6 months to recover 1,300 mines after the Iraq War, and we also had 2 ships damaged in the process. But that news came out while we were away. When we also have the Bush aircraft carrier is in the Strait of Gibraltar and is about to arrive in the Middle East in 3 to 5 days, making that 3 aircraft carriers from the U.S. in the Middle East. We had Lindsey Graham on the wires making news. He said, I had a very good call this morning with the president and Pete Hegsworth about the way forward regarding the Iran conflict. I think the president's decision to leave the blockade in place is very smart. It is having an effect on the ability of Iran to continue to be the largest state sponsor of terrorism, which they appear intent on doing. I not only expect this blockade to stay in place until Iran shows a commitment to change their ways. I expect the blockade will be growing, and it could become global soon. To those assisting or thinking about assisting the Iranian regime in distributing its oil, which provides resources for terrorism, you do so at your own peril. So even though the markets are looking past this, we do see some escalation in at least words from people in Congress, and the fact that we have another aircraft carrier arriving in the Middle East. Then, funny what an oil crisis does to change mind. The EU is now mulling dropping opposition to new Arctic oil and gas drilling. Not surprising. That would, for the EU, that would mean the North Sea and other places near Norway. And then last but not least, sorry guys, it's been kind of a slow news afternoon. The U.S., the Trump is scam with this. The U.S. could own up to 90% of Spirit Airlines in a $500 million rescue plan. So the Trump administration is nearing a rescue package for Spirit Airlines that would give the government the option to own as much as 90% of the carrier once it emerges from bankruptcy. The agreement, which has not been finalized, would offer as much as $500 million in financing in exchange for warrants to purchase up to 90% of the new entity. The talks are still fluid, and an agreement still might not be reached. It's unclear what stake the U.S. might ultimately end up with. I don't know about you, but this is probably the world's worst time to bail out an airline for bankruptcy during a fuel crisis. But hey, it's all right. And with that, pass it off to Jim for an Edge Report.
Thank you, Tracy. I have a question for you later. 3 to 5 days, are they stopping at the Greek Isles for some sightseeing? That seems like a long period of time, but that's another conversation. Let's check out the intraday evening S&P chart right now. I have a 30-minute candle on my screen. And interestingly enough, I did an initial balance breakout report from our friends from Edgeful. That's edgeful.com, spelled with one L at the end. And I looked back 6 months. Said, all right, over the last 6 months, what's the percents for single break, double break, no break of the initial balance? Remember, the initial balance is measured by the first hour after the bell rings, the high and the low. And the high right now is at 71.60. Well, let me be exact here. The high is at 71.66 and a quarter. In the low is at 71.40 and three quarters. So that's the initial balance, it's called. 76.92% of the time over the last 6 months, we've had a single break of the IB by a wick, right? Literally, we wicked through, or maybe even more than wicked through, either the top or the bottom. We've 23% of the time we've had a double break, right? Where we wicked through one way and the other way, or closed above and closed below one way or the other way. And we've had 0 instances where there is no break. Well, right now we have no break. So we're in the 0 instant category. And what that suggests to me is, of course, we're going to have a single break one way or the other. So we'll see if we can get any traction either way right now. So I'm thinking, that's important to me, because if I'm long, then I know where my target is and I know where my stop is. If I'm short, I know where my target is, I know where my stop is. So it gives you some kind of reference to the potential one way or the other, depending on what your point of view is. In any event, the volume profile here, this is like, imagine a hornet's nest. This is the hornet's nest profile. We have it's heavily weighted or skewed to the top, right? That's the value area is at the top. That's that dark gray area. The bottom of the value area is at 71.47. The top of the value area is at 71.62 half. Did I say 71.47? Yeah, and 71.62 half. So that's kind of the one standard deviation worth of volume in prices that have traded there, with the point of control kind of sitting there as support right now at 71.55 half. So we're trading between the point of control and the top of the value area. Every time we get to the top of the value area, and I know it changes over time, so I get it, but just kind of look, every time we get to that 61.62 level, sellers push this back down 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So we'll see if we can finally break through that ceiling and kind of power our way up and out. Not so sure. Remember, news-driven market. And by the way, VWAP is, at this point in time, we're only at 36% of the 34-day average range, right? So that's a small range day so far. So when you see VWAP on a chart, you got to kind of measure the distance. It looks like it's really, really far away, but it's not. It's only like 7, 8 handles away, or 7, 8 points away. When I say handle, I mean a point. So, when you stretch your axis up and down, things look a little different, but kind of be aware of what the axis really means. So far, we've done 840,000 contracts, so a pretty decent day. We're tracking maybe, 1.1 to 1.2 by the end of the day, unless we get some more crazy info. Let's flip over to, let's see, we talked about heating oil, not heating oil, we talked about gasoline earlier today. Let's just take a peek here, because let's let that populate, take a second, maybe, or maybe not, but here we go. And remember, we had that EIA report, Energy Information Administration.gov. It's a subsidiary, a division of the Department of Energy, and it's very stat heavy. There's a lot of good data on that website. They publish weekly and monthly reports and all sorts of stuff all the time. If you want to kind of waste a whole weekend, pop onto that website. In any event, EIA inventories came out today for gasoline, and it was a big draw, meaning it was less. There was less than we had the previous week. And they go by Fridays, right? So today's report reported Friday's results. And this has been a trend that's been going on and on. I have this little candle here, 30-minute candle here, which was 394 ticks, which equals $1,654.80 per contract. So that was a big move. We had continuation buying, bringing us all the way up to the top here. Just looking at that daily chart really quickly here, I don't know that this is done. I mean, this candle's looking pretty bullish. We've literally launched ourselves off that 8 EMA, and we didn't even touch the 21 EMA. 50 EMA is way down here. And so we have some targets here. So if I had to draw an area of resistance, which I don't have to do, but I'm going to do it anyway. Again, I would kind of touch the tops of these bodies of these candles here, particularly the one that we saw on the 31st, and say, all right, not only is that my target, right now, but that could be some resistance. But again, this is kind of marching to the. It's kind of a delayed reaction too. Remember, look at all these draws we had this month. A lot of them, last 6-7 weeks, it was all multi-million-dollar draws except for that one week, which was only a $500,000. But still, we're finally breaking through here. We're finally getting traction on the upside, and definitely a breakout is in the works here. So we'll keep an eye on that as they tell you there's going to be no inflation going into the driving season. Okay. Anyway, having said all that, that's this afternoon's Edge Report, and we are ready for the main event. We have three very talented traders with us today. We have Jack Leeson, we have Tanya Trades, and we have Salma. Good morning, folks. Afternoon,
Morning.
sorry.
Good afternoon.
I don't know, sometimes my mouth works faster than my brain.
Good morning, Jim.
Thank
We've
you.
all been there before.
I
okay.
know. I know.
As
I
long
know.
as you don't short when you want to go long.
Well, that might actually work out for me, actually. Oh my gosh. So, Tanya, the video finally got released into the wilderness. I did not release it. The
one
bus
Pat's
karaoke.
put up?
That
That's
wasn't the
okay.
one I took.
That's okay. That's not the one. Yeah, that's not the one that Salma took. And I don't think that shows the half of it. So there's still more.
I think I have the best video. I'll send it to you guys on the side because I was right in the middle of the action.
I was right next to you, Jim. What are you talking about?
Well, no, because I could get you, and then I could pan over. and
No,
I
do
can get
not
past
send that one to anyone.
Tanya,
Nope.
and then I got a close up of you, by the way, and
Oh,
then Maggie
yeah.
Lake comes storming down the aisle, and
Don't send that. Don't send that to
that was the
anyone.
cherry,
Send
man.
it to me.
Yeah, Jack was up there doing the DJ work, the front of the
I had to
bus.
steal the driver's phone to get that going. We made it work though.
Is that how you did it?
Yeah, well, he had his Bluetooth connected and he wasn't quite understanding that he needed to disconnect in order for me to connect. So I was just like, just give me your phone, buddy.
Got it.
Yeah.
Well, you did a great job. You started the party, my friend.
Somebody had to do it.
But anyway, all right, let's go around the horn here, see what we're thinking this afternoon, Wednesday afternoon with no break, no IB break yet. Jack, how about you?
Oh man, I got a few things on right now, and the worst of it's my YM position, which I'm about to add just a little bit. I was in this position, took half of it off, and we just started breaking down. But this is the halfway back long from the beginning of the breakout yesterday that we're about to approach, and with the rest of the indexes higher, we just almost came into my limit there. I'm thinking we can make a move back up. The other scenario I would have is that the NASDAQ drops about 50 to 70 points here, and then I'd probably look to buy that. So that's what I got going on in the indexes. Short CL, we're at the 50% retracement from a major swing high, but I needed to see some selling confirmation and before I took anything. And really right at 1 o'clock, we broke lower below the last 30 minutes, and I sold as we got up back on that high. And I'm looking for us to come back down to the middle of the range, kind of where we were at 11:30 here into the end of the day for CL. And then gold's just been slow rolling, really tight here. So I may end up cutting this position early if we are not moving. But I got 3 positions on, pretty uncorrelated for the most part, considering I'm one index, one metal, and one energy. So hopefully it all works out in my favor when it all sums up together.
You are diversified, friend, as usual. Love it. Tanya, what are you thinking?
Yeah, thinking that all-time highs, I don't want to really fade them. And just like this morning, I caught some longs. I'm probably going to look for more longs. We had another push-up, really strong one at 1 p.m. Looking for that to hold. And maybe we retrace into this 15-minute area I've marked out. Maybe we come back and retest 27,000 area for the NASDAQ. It's a lot stronger than ES is, so I'd rather long NASDAQ over ES. And same type of thing for ES. It's much weaker, though. You can see like we're well above the 10 a.m. open for the NASDAQ, but for ES, we're just maybe like 10 points above it. So same thing, though. We did create at 1 p.m. a push up. So I'm looking to see if we can sustain that and if we can retrace into a 50% of that leg and continue up.
I got it. Yeah, I mean, S&P, that's a good point you made, Tanya. NASDAQ's up 1.5% on the session. ES is only up 0.82%. So definitely. The winner chicken dinner today looks like it's going to be the Nazi.
I
So,
agree.
yeah. All right, all right. Selma, we're saving the best for last. What are you thinking?
Hi, Jim. I'm short ES, short the Russell, long CL here. Same kind of idea as earlier from, the midday market segment. Just not really seeing a reason to long this when you have the Nasdaq making highs, ES clearly not. So there's that bearish divergence there, and then you have YM just lingering at lows, just keeps making new low a day. So yeah, I don't really see a reason to long this. I was also short before from when we got off, and then literally at like whatever, I think it was 1 o'clock, some news must have come out, and it just took me out of my trade. Of course, doesn't fail. But yeah, I still really don't see a reason to be long this.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Full disclosure, I'm actually short 71.50, so taking a little heat right now, but we'll see how it goes. Last question, Selma. As you guys organize, what's going to be the name of your wedding band with you, Tanya, and Pax? You got a group name yet?
No, we'll talk about it though, and we'll let you know.
All right. All right, you
We'll have
guys.
to
Appreciate you
convene.
as usual. Thank you, chat. Thank you, everybody who is watching. Appreciate the subscriptions and the thumbs up. I'm going to dip into the chat, wishing these three the best of luck on their trades.
Thanks,
Ciao,
Jim.
Jim. Ciao. It's
Trying to
too
look at.
bad he won't stay with us, but whatever.
Yeah. Can't have too many people on here at once. Too many cooks in the kitchen.
Too many cooks in the kitchen. Oh God, Jack. You're funny.
What, you never heard that one before? That is not.
No,
Too many cooks spoil the stew. Come on.
It's
no, never heard of that.
Tanya definitely knows all of the things, as I learned the other day as she was trolling me about Bilbo Baggins or whatever.
And will you
I have
wear
an
wigs?
approximate knowledge of many things.
Diversified mentally.
Diversified my mental portfolio.
Yeah, you can't just have one hobby. ES is starting to get weak here. I tell you what, the level I'm looking for in the ES below, and I'd love to see it trade here today, 71.43.75 is something I'm willing to buy if we do get a breakdown, Salma. So if your short works, it'll be into a long that I'm wanting to take.
To freaking dump
Yeah,
this thing.
same.
I
would
just
like it to drop there. Mhm.
if it drops, my afternoon will be made. That's all I'm gonna say.
Nice.
Well, yesterday, the close is just tape bomb after tape bomb after tape bomb. And as soon as there was like one at like 145, I was like, I knew going in the close with that, those talks on the table, that's probably how the close is going to be. But I don't think we're going to have any of that going into this close. We'll see, though. That was some wild whippy movement into the close yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna set partials.
Yeah. 26,970 area is kind of where I want to see the NQ back at the beginning of that breakout that started at 1 o'clock.
Like I don't know if you guys were trading at that time around like 1 o'clock when we just had that random push.
Yeah,
Like
that was
it was a pop off of BS like news, or I mean, there was no reason for it to push like that. But of course stopped me out, and then I said I'm gonna re-enter.
When is there ever a legitimate reason? I've stopped trying to make sense of
No, because sometimes there is like a legit reason, but like this one, it was I didn't see a reason for it to pump, but whatever. Could have also been the 20-year bond.
Well, we were consolidating basically from like 10:30 onwards until we got that pop.
Yeah.
I'm always like hyper aware of coming out of that lunchtime hour. If we've been sideways for 2 hours, you're going to get that resolve coming out of that 1:30 time frame, whether it's a half an hour before or a half an hour after.
No, I agree. I'm gonna tighten stops here a little bit.
Yeah, my CL position is, I don't want to turn a good entry into a, I'm going to give it.
This is probably one of the heaviest, one of the times you'll see me be heavy on stream.
Okay. I like it.
Yeah.
I like the conviction.
Are you padded up on the day and pressing position sizes?
No comment. No comment.
Okay. Oh my, there goes my Dow's about to get stopped.
It's funny how like this morning the Russell was the weakest,
Mm-hmm.
and then it kind of like gave the baton over to YM, and now YM is the weakest. I'm not even talking percentage wise. I don't know percentage wise what they are on the day, but just from the way they moved.
Let's see. Yeah, the Dow's up 0.4%, RTY is up 0.3%. Nasdaq's definitely the strongest sister. Okay, we're in this like 15-minute FEG for Nasdaq and ES. I'm wondering to see if we're gonna hold this level. Maybe have I'd be probably looking for shift out of that.
Yeah, if the Dow gets any weaker here, we're going to take out overnight low
Let's do it.
down at 49,490s.
Let us do it. Yeah, J Whammo, it's not revenge trading. I could see where the assumption can come from, but no. So far, though, the CL long is working, and then the ES and the Rusty shorts are also working.
Okay. Nasdaq's, ES is back at that 10 a.m. open. Back where we were at 10 a.m.
Yeah, I'm about to just take my CL short.
I think yesterday we had right when I showed up at the stream yesterday, I think that's where Nick was actually up a lot. Yeah, we had a reversed yesterday after the New York AM session. Oof, we dumping.
Yeah.
Salma's eating.
I just took my oil off.
I was a jump scare. Did you guys not see that?
What?
Jim came back on screen for like half a second.
Oh, I didn't see. Too locked in.
Bro, I literally got scared. I'm like, what the hell is this? I'm putting ES stops and profit here, not letting this go red.
Lit.
And also lowering.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to sell a pop here in the. If we get back to that breakdown point in NQ, I'll take it short. Otherwise, I'd almost be worried that we take out that midday consolidation. If we can get back through that, when we started rallying at 1 o'clock for no reason, of course, if we can get through that low, get a washout back down to the opening 5-minute range.
That'll be cool. I'm down for that.
Yeah, if 71s doesn't hold, that's my expectation to get down to 26,900 area. So 70 points between those two levels.
The YM is really close to those lows.
Yeah, I really got no more supports in YM that I would trade here. I'd need to see a
Lead the
reversal.
way. Coach Fred says everyone and their mother is short. Be careful. I actually don't know too many people short. Everyone is like long bias.
Yeah. According to what data?
Yeah, who is everyone and their mother? Can you name them all, please?
According to what data?
Guys, earlier when I was in my trade, I'm literally in my group and I'm chatting, talking about, I want to take a screenshot of my P&L, but this is precisely where things go wrong.
Mhm.
I swear to you, I said that a minute later, market pumps, takes me out of my position. And I'm like, what the hell? Even the sheer thought of taking a screenshot will reverse the trade on you.
I saw that tweet.
It's because I experienced it firsthand. I was like,
Yeah,
what the hell?
be like that sometimes. As soon Especially in this market, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Not only can't you not take a screenshot, you also can't even think about taking the screenshot.
That's the truth.
Freaking crazy. You met Soap goes, I'm not short, and my mom is deaf not also. Yeah, Coach Fred T. Chat's funny.
Do any of your guys' moms trade? Any or no?
Can't say. No, don't think so.
Yeah.
Not,
Not
So
that I
your
know of.
unless
your
she's
mom's
like
never been
secretly
short
learning
either.
from my live streams.
My mom's been short a couple Christmas presents before, but she's never been short the market.
Dad. It's funny. Poor Jack.
Yeah, it's all right. We've got too many kids in my family. You can't get what you want when you're competing against 3 other people.
All right, I don't like this. What are we doing?
Yeah, but do you have any brothers, Jack?
I have 2 younger brothers and an older sister.
Okay. You're in the middle like me.
Nobody trades except me. No traders in my family.
Someone's got to be the first.
That's right. Trying to build generational wealth over here.
We can never just knife.
We can never just knife.
Yeah, like we can never just drop, like smooth, nice drop. It's always got to be some BS back and forth.
I mean, we're just in so much of a bull trend. It's like shorts are just so much more difficult.
I know.
It's just so many willing buyers. You know, even the shorts, I mean, you really got to blow off a top to even get a retracement, it seems like. I mean, let's see here. We just traded a halfway back from yesterday's low in the YM. That's a 49,521 and the low is 15s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I almost like I want to reshort CL here.
I just know the second I get out of this, they will go straight to my target.
Is that what happens?
Yeah, I feel like the new Nick. I swear to in this market, I feel like the new Nick.
I just got short CL. Try that again.
Why you gotta fade me, dog?
It's not personal.
Kind of feels like it.
I honestly, I'm looking at so much. You're in.
Can't remember who's short and who's long.
I'm just joking, Jack. Do your thing.
I know. I'm just saying, like, also the text on your screen is like difficult. I do have the YouTube up, but it's difficult for me to see.
Yeah, I don't know how else to make this bigger. Like,
It's just the
unfortunately,
color
don't have a
scheme.
position tracker.
You know, the position tracker, the green is just, I don't know. You probably can't change that setting, but like,
No, I can't.
it's just like dark on dark.
Listen, chat bullied me into going dark mode. So you can take it up with them.
Oh yeah, I mean, no, I like light mode. Oh, I like how it's actually goes dark, light, dark.
I liked light mode too. Until I started sitting in a dark room with LED lights and my head would start hurting.
You gotta wear, that's why I wear my glasses.
Me
My
too, but still
my
wasn't
blue
enough.
my blue light blockers. Hmm hmm.
Jack, I should have timed myself from when I entered these trades.
Oh yeah, give me the 20-minute rule.
You get your kitchen
25.
timer.
25-minute.
Yeah. I mean, the best entries are right within 25 minutes, and the rest of them you're just holding on waiting. Every time I have a timer that's actually on my NinjaTrader that tells me how long I've been in the trade. And every time it actually changes.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, it changes from green to red after 25 minutes. Of course, like I'll hold positions longer than that, but I know that my best trades, I'm right. Just like anybody. I mean, you're right away. And then everything else, you're kind of just like either sitting through a consolidation, like waiting for a move.
Hmm.
But yeah, and then I just got the old fashioned kitchen timer.
Oh, I love those.
Yeah, they're great.
Especially I have one that like it shows me like as a color how much is left, like visually. It's like it's a full circle.
Do you have the do you
And
have
then as it turns, like that deletes the time, like in a way. It's just like the mechanical one.
how long does that timer go for? An hour?
An hour, yeah.
Yeah. You guys ever heard of the Pomodoro method?
Oh yeah,
No.
the 25-minute and then
Yeah.
a 5-minute break.
Yeah. Well, so for anybody who hasn't heard, including Salma, so the Pomodoro method is like a way to like effectively get things done by, because we all get distracted. Basically, you do 25 minutes of work and then a 5-minute break, and then 25 minutes of work and a 5-minute break. So that's kind of like part of the theory that I had behind this 25 minute rule. Everyone's like, why not 30? I'm like, I don't know, but like honestly, there's so many moves that if you look at, like, it's just from whether it's a breakout of a high or the beginning of a move, like it's just 5 bars, and like that fifth bar will just see selling. I don't know what it would look why it works, but just take a look at your charts and you can see it work over and over again. But yeah, if you've never used the Pomodoro method to get work done, I think it's an effective way to manage your time.
Well said.
Looks like we're holding down here on these indexes. So all-time highs right now on the NASDAQ, right? Are we there in the ES? I don't have it up right now.
No. No, we're actually like all-time highs are about like 30 points below him.
You can tell what market it is based on the price of the market if you can't see the symbol.
Well, my screen, bottom right, will tell you, like right here.
Let me move this is over a bit.
Oh, what the heck did I just do? I don't even know. Oops. Right here, you can see it.
Oh, there it is. Never knew that.
Plus, I also have the watermark in the back.
Helpful.
Yeah, Tanya's at the top right.
I see.
And then Jack, I actually don't know where yours
Mine are
are.
just in the top left ticker box of the NinjaTrader platform, and then of course you have my position tracker here as well.
Oh yeah, your position tracker should be more than enough.
Yeah, but if you ever any questions of what we're trading,
Just ask.
just ask. We'll tell you. We're not gatekeeping the markets that are in front of our faces. That's for sure.
Oh, this is really frustrating here.
Yeah. Kind of in the middle of everything for my entries.
I'm probably gonna get long NASDAQ soon. All right. I'm in.
So you two are long, and I'm short.
I'm long the Dow, and I shouldn't be.
I mean, listen, I get why you're long there. The RR it's got the best RR, so I see and hear why.
Yeah, unfortunately, it might not move till tomorrow, though. Sometimes, like markets like this, like they'll be at like a good position, but for whatever reason, just that day, maybe there's somebody, doing a large distribution of like United Healthcare, and just kind of weighing the stock down, and then literally that bell closes, and you're at that level, and for whatever reason, you'll start bidding overnight. We'll gap up 120 points tomorrow, and wish I held it through, but.
Yeah, give this some room. I really like the way Rusty just closed on the 5.
I don't know why
And
that
same
one's
with the
not working.
YM.
Okay. I like that recent push in the NASDAQ. Yeah. So I'm just gonna hold my longs and probably just gonna go for a new high of day.
Yeah, really balancing here in the ES though, I think is almost done nothing from the open. And we're up 10 points from the open. I think Jim said we're less than 30% of the average daily range right now or something around that. So expectations should be lowered.
It's very tricky here, make or break.
Yeah, Tesla earnings have to close too.
Yeah, guys, remember that if you're gonna be trading after hours. You guys already know how I feel about earnings.
How do you
You
feel about earning?
you love them, right?
Yeah, I love earnings, yo.
Mm-hmm.
Here goes gold for me.
I think a lot of people are gonna FOFO.
Fafo. I
They're
have a
gonna F
dog named
around and find
Fafo.
out. You have a daughter?
Dog. I would not.
Dog.
Dog.
Okay,
It's
I was
like
about to say.
FIFO, but Fafo.
Close enough.
No, I'm just kidding. That's actually a great dog name. Little Fafo. Fafo. Fafo.
Wanna go for a walk, Fafo?
Oh, look it.
I kind of like that. Yeah, like what's like FIFA?
Yeah. Is yeah, well, there's first in,
Fifi.
first out, FIFO. And then there's Fido.
Fido. Yeah,
Yeah, Fido. And then there's FAAWNTL, which I don't know if I'm allowed to say that out loud and to get banned on YouTube, but
Wait, say it again.
FAAWNTL.
Oh, okay, I see. I like it. They put it in the chat.
Well,
Very
they
nice.
put it in
Very
the chat
nice. Very
first.
nice.
I took the idea from our beautiful creative production agency. Avis finally coming back to earth. That stock is now down $340 off the high in a day.
Someone's got to go to jail.
What stock is that? What?
CAR.
Oh, Carvana?
No, just
No, I
car.
keep thinking it's
it's
Carvana.
Carv.
I keep wanting to call it Carvana.
Oh,
But
right. Carvana is CARV, right?
It's CVNA.
Oh, CVNA. Oh my gosh. Okay. It's been years since I traded that stock.
yeah, I was talking with Craig about it over the weekend. I was like, well, this is last week. I was like, if it gets above 600, I want to start shorting it. And I wasn't watching the market Friday, but we closed at like 618 and then ran another $200.
I would not have touched that.
I couldn't find any shares to borrow, so I did not get in anything. But the options were so illiquid. That's not off. I'll play those stocks, but like, I'm not going to bet the house on it.
Very ballsy. Jackson, you still chasing that high? Because I would if I caught Carvana and it was one of the biggest option plays I ever had, I'd still be chasing that. That's like once in a lifetime.
Well, was
type
it
of
a
trade.
short or a long? Because there was actually two great trades. I mean, there was both the short off the initial high where it dropped all the way down to like $10 or whatever it got to, and then there was the long from $10 to 500.
I'm gonna go ahead and say probably caught the long.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Avis is probably going back to 300 here in the next couple days, I'd imagine. And then we'll see where it finally settles out. But
Oh, this market, man. Yeah, see, he had calls.
Nice.
yeah, Craig's been talking about the highest short basket being the better performer over the last few days this week, which is typically at the end of a move as opposed to the beginning of a move.
Okay.
I'm gonna give these trades a little bit longer, and then I might just start taking some stuff off because we're not moving.
Yeah, it's moving a little bit my direction for NASDAQ, so
Yeah,
hoping that we start to unwind a bit towards the high.
your
Be
entry's
pretty
good.
good. It's decent, but yeah, we'll see.
I'm just talking about this gold position mostly that I've been in for an hour and 20 minutes. But it just started really moving my way, so.
Oh, nice.
This still looks good on the 30-minute, but I don't know. This is very iffy here.
Yeah, I just took off my YM. I'm going to buy back lower.
Yeah, I think YM can still sweep those lows at around 490.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with that. And that's why I'm just going to go out and take it off for where it's at right now. And what is that?
Yeah, that's why I moved my stops a little bit higher. Just want to give it a little bit of room to breathe here.
Here we we go. I really do like, I am a fan of, out of all my trades, this CL short though.
I disagree. I'm not a fan.
If this lower high sticks, of course, that would need to.
Crude's been a little tricky lately. I felt like last week it was cleaner to trade.
What was oil?
Yeah, crude, yeah. You got someone in the chat. You got a fanboy. Jack.
Oh no, what's up? Yeah, dude. He's in my chat room. God, that guy was in my chat room. Must have been 10 years ago. Great trader.
NQ Trade says, why are you trying to short ES? Okay, first off, NQ made high day. ES did not. YM still lingering at the lows. We have this 30-minute structure here that I would take any day of the week where you've got, hold on, I'll show you. You got this long wick at the top here. And then we started to push price lower. So that is just a setup that I would take. And then I just got stops here at this high.
All right, I trimmed my NASDAQ stop a bit. I've added as well. So let's see if we can get back to 27,036.
Just got partials off in gold here too as well. So let's see if I can run that sucker all the way up. Honestly, most of my profits today were made overnight. I feel like I've been battling the rest of the day. Just small win. Small loser, small win. Small loser. Sometimes it'd be like that.
Be like that. All right, took some partials on the NASDAQ as we're pushing up there, and stops pretty much break even and profit.
Nice.
But we'll see. I want some more. Let's see if we can get there.
Jeff, I'm not trading minis. I'm trading micros, but I mean, my commissions are probably as low as they get, but they end up being in the tens of thousands of dollars at the end of the year. Cost of doing business. Wow, gold's really moving up here now.
Totally.
Finally. Might actually just start moving up some targets. We're going to get up to 4170s. Move my stop up here.
Nice pop right there on the NASDAQ. So partials taken. First target hit there. It's quite a wick there.
Yo, check out the weekly candle of CAR right now. It's insane. It's a $370 doji.
Oh my gosh.
That is the biggest doji I've ever seen on a stock. Oh, gold is really going here. All right, keep going higher, baby. I'm just going to keep moving these targets up. Still thinking oil short sucks, Salma?
Well, I'm still in profit, so yeah.
All
But
right,
I'm also much lighter than you are.
yeah, well, it's one of those. Oh, there we just trade the mid. I'm going to take a partial off of here, gold. Took a third off in gold, and I'm going to leave 1/3 on here.
Nice job.
Thank you. I do not lease a seat. we just traded says blue line on my screen is the middle of the prior day and always a level I look at. So I took that third off in gold. But usually when we revert back, I always look for us to just kind of get back to the middle of the prior day's range as a general rule of thumb.
What's up, Mr. Market? How you doing? Shan, sometimes I trade Asia. More likely than not, I do, yeah.
All right.
I like that Nasdaq still. I've at this point we hit my first target, so I'm just kind of monitoring it on the 30-second. I'm willing to just keep trailing my stop on that. So far it held where it needed to hold for me. Like I wanted it to hold the 27,027 area. Let's see if what it does here. Now I want it to break 27,036. And then I could see us getting to new high of day pretty quickly from there. Maybe now. Here we go.
There we go is right. There's a clean little entry you got, Tanya. That's no heat.
Oh, thank you. Okay, that's another high on the 30-second. I'll just continue trailing.
That's almost 5 green candles on the 5-minute on NQ, Jack.
There we go. We'll see what happens now. Which will
see.
stall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, I think my Wi-Fi is bugging out here.
If you look at the last leg up that began, it was at what 1 o'clock said, and then just count 5 bars 1 o'clock, and then we topped out literally 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 bars later it was the high of the day.
Yeah, pretty crazy.
I don't know why it works. These are nice and tight. If like we break out of like if we were let's say if we were to break out of like the high of the day, which is I think the all-time high, I kind of would restart that count and give it some more room to run.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense, yeah. Okay, we broke back above like 30, yeah, 27.37, and now I'm thinking holding, but yeah, I'm thinking we should spool soon. We can retrace to 34s, 33, 34. Um, all right, took a little bit more off the table since I had a big position. Pretty big position. All right, I've got 8 contracts left. Now we'll see if we can get to new high of day. Yes, it's kind of slow.
Yeah. Really a market that you want to be paying attention to the relative strength in the indexes. I mean, that's a great example of both markets in the pullbacks, but NASDAQ just outperforming out of the low. It's up almost double percentage points than the ES is here today.
Oh yeah, we've mentioned that at the start. I think Jim mentioned it. We were up like when we started the afternoon session, 1.4% in NASDAQ and 0.8% on ES. Yeah, love tech. Let's see how this goes.
Come on, commence the dump.
Commence the dome. Are you commence the dome?
Just do it.
think I'm going to just clear out the final bit of gold here. Look for a re-entry as opposed to a continuation higher. Just took that final bit off for 10 or 15 points. I don't really know. Wasn't quite paying attention. I'm going to reset some bids here in gold. Just at the halfway back of this move, which is going to be a 47.56.1 and a retest of the breakout.
All right. I'm out of that partials there. Stopped in profit there on NASDAQ.
There it is, the fifth candle.
Cool.
Freaking like clockwork. Dump it.
I don't know
Bro,
why it works. I don't
Jack,
know, but it works.
This could be the perfect example of that fifth candle.
I'm telling you.
Wait, what were you guys saying about 5 candles in a row being on the 5-minute being green?
I'll let Jack explain.
Wait, did Salma jinx it basically, or
No, that was
No.
it playing out to a T. Salma was just reminding me that basically it's doing what I said. So like for whatever reason, there's many moves like if you're like even if we start breaking down, we just took a support level and like I have my bid immediately below that, but we've only sold off for 5 minutes. I'll just be like, let me just wait 25 minutes because a lot of times we will either one direction, very rarely before at least going to some type of consolidation, we'll just go up 5 minutes for 5 bars. And then that whatever resistance level,
Oh,
if we
yeah,
have a resistance level that's
25
around
minute.
that. Yeah. And I use it in many different ways. I use it for entries. I use it for like exits. Like if I have a partial that's like getting really close and we're coming on the 5th bar, I'm just like, just take it off. Just don't get cute. Just take it off.
All right, cool. I'm pretty happy there when I was taking partials pretty much near those highs, and yeah, really just jammed my stop to the 27s. So what happened? Yeah, that's exactly like where that turned green is essentially. Turned red, that bar.
Kimberly, I'm highly aware that it will not work every time, but I think it's more than a coincidence that it works. I mean, I've seen it work so many times, but yeah, nothing works every time. If you have something that works every time, don't tell the chat. But I have nothing that works every time. I wish I did.
If we had something that worked every time, we'd be billionaires.
Yeah. We'd
The
be
wait, guys, the
running
funny thing is, there's someone in the chat who's been saying like, "Oh, we're gonna pump. Selma, get out of your short. Blah blah blah. Selma, get ready for a big candle. It's coming." And then we get a dump. Yeah, that's the candle.
Oh, are you still in your ES short, Salma?
Hell yeah.
Oh, nice.
I'm still in
I
the
love
same
that. All right, cool.
same
That
positions.
shows like my longs can work, your shorts can work. We could go against each other and still all depends on the entry and exits.
Yep.
Lit. This morning was pretty exciting, this market. Well, the first like maybe 30 minutes now, but after 10 o'clock, it was pretty fun to catch the upside. But I was expecting kind of more movement in the afternoon. So right now it's about to be 3 p.m. We moved a little bit off the highs, but that happened at 1. So it might work out for you, Salma, like, because ES is not, catching up.
That SMT divergence is still there.
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna get Salma. They're quoting. Yeah, SMTs. Yeah, nice.
I'll bring this in.
I like the SMTs though, because like I watch out for them too now. They're fun when they work out.
Yeah, it tips you off, a little
Yep.
confirmation. All right, cool.
Let's see. Oh. Yep. picked back up the YM, just not that there was that much of a difference between my original entry and this one, probably 10 or 15 point difference, but that adds up over time.
That's true. Someone asked me, Tanya, are you re-entering? No, I would have wanted it to spool. That's why my stop was there in profit. Otherwise, I wouldn't have changed the stop, right? Yeah, I don't really like how the recent 5 minutes has taken away most of that push up. And I don't really see much of a re-entry here. It could drop again below 27,000 soon. And yeah, it's almost like I said, Salma short might work. So
I like this hourly candle on the Russell. We'll see what happens. We are in power hour right now.
Kip says, someone kindly talk about trading discipline. Well, how about you lead us with some questions of that? What issues are you having with trading discipline? Do you find yourself, I think there's like 3 compounded mistakes that people can make that lead to like outsized losses. And it's 1, moving your stop down, 2, adding to positions that you really shouldn't be. I don't think you should add to positions, specifically losers. I mean, you could add to winners. And then 3 is over trading. So if you can identify with one of those mistakes, then we can go from there. And then the other one is simply just if you don't have a trading system in general, then it's really no way to be disciplined because you're not looking for a specific trigger. But most of the errors come from a combination or one of those 3 things. Okay,
yeah,
what do you recommend?
everyone's different too. They have different issues. Let us know what your issue is, chat.
I literally just tweeted this, guys, yesterday.
Yeah, I think I saw something. It was like comment your
It
trading
was, let me
issue.
find the tweet. It was, what's one habit you know is hurting your trading, but you still do it? Be honest. And then 94 people said something, which,
What
you
was
know
like
what?
the thing that you noticed was like the most common?
Over trading.
Oh yeah. I would say that's the biggest
Over-trading.
killer.
And I don't know why people think this is a bad thing necessarily, but cutting their winners too early. And it's like, that's not that bad of an issue. That's something you can always like, it's easier to work on than, let's say cutting losers
Over-trading.
too late. Yeah, like
Yeah. Or moving it, yeah. If you're in longs and you move your stop lower than where it originally was, that's a big issue.
like cutting winners early. I mean, Pax would say like that's a bad thing. You should be whatever, adding to your winners and trying to let your winners run and stuff like that, which is fine. I understand that, but I think that takes like time and skill. But when you're first starting out, I think that's a really good problem to have, my opinion.
The other thing is, if you're over trading, well, like there's a couple different ways you can overtrade. You can are you a revenge trader? Because if you're a revenge trader, that's one way where you're like taking a loss and you instantly feel the need to get back into the market. And the other way you're overtrading is simply you just have too many setups and you're not really being selective about your trades. So which one do you identify with overtrading? Is it more of a revenge trading style, or that you find yourself just randomly entering the market without really any systematic belief behind that? So if you can answer that question, then we can dive even deeper. One question stirs another question. Revenge trading. Okay. Revenge trading. I think this discipline in trading is going to, be all about it's going to be, if you're a disciplined individual, it's not just in your trading. It's typically throughout your life. Whether it's you wake up on the same time every day, you go to bed at the same time every day, you hit the gym the same time every day, you follow your relatively strict diet. I think if you can apply or look to apply discipline in other parts of your life, it'll be more effective if you do it in trading. You can't just think you're going to walk down, sit at your desk in what is one of the most mentally challenging jobs in the world and expect to be disciplined when you're not disciplined in other parts of your life. So if you can identify another part of your life where you feel like discipline could be useful, then go ahead and do it. And then you simply just got to look yourself in the mirror and say, if you want to be good at this, What are you willing to do that other people are not? Because we all know that this is something that the majority of people fail at. What really is setting you apart, and how bad do you want that? I mean, it takes a lot of, there's a lot. There was a woman, she might be in the chat, but I had met her at the NinjaTrader Miami. She's like, trading has made me a better person. And I really believe, if you take trading seriously, it's going to make you a better person, because it's going to make you be truthful to yourself. As Salma says, like, answer it honestly. Like, what are the things you do that you shouldn't do? And, if you got to write it on a piece of paper 100 times over at the end of the trading day to get it in your head, then that's what you got to do.
Yeah, because trading just exposes your worst personality traits and puts it right there. You get like the immediate feedback. In other areas of life, you could be that way and you're not going to get that same feedback. Like, you can get away with it, but trading won't let you get away with it. You're going to be losing money. And then
another thing with the over trading, like going back to my little kitchen timer, I mean, put a time limit, no matter how good you think the setup is. Put a time limit between your stop loss and your next trade. I don't care if you think it's, the bottom of the next 10 years. You're not taking that trade, because it's not about the setup. It's about exercising a piece of discipline. And if you can't even stop yourself for trading for 15 minutes after a stop loss, if you can't even do that, then you simply can't follow any rule, because that's just an easy rule. If you take a loss, wait 15 minutes. If you're trading one position at a time and you find yourself, that, hey, like, I am getting in a loser right after I get out of a loser within an average time of 6 minutes, just come up with rules around that keep you from doing that. Trading is self-therapy. Agree. We're all our own therapists when it comes to trading.
Just need YM to sweep these lows.
Yeah, it's taking forever. Oh my gosh.
It's literally annoying.
It's a 50% retracement for the day. So not that it's going anywhere, but
yeah.
Annoying.
I'm mid-ass. No, sorry. I was just like locked in, focusing on my trades.
Is that Stowe? Oh no, that was Nick. Nick for take that clip. I think so.
Yeah, that's Nick. Annoying.
Speaking of, I'm about to just take off this. Been in a CL position for longer than 25 minutes, and I'm up on the trade, but it really isn't going anywhere. So I kind of like the trade idea, but what I'm going to do is just move my stop to break even. Plus one tick. Just kind of following that. Been in the trade long enough that I'm not going to let what is a $10 winner with my stop turn into a $300 loser. I'm just not going to let that happen.
I definitely think I can get my trims if YM can just sweep those lows.
It's funny because I can get my trims if YM sweeps the highs.
Bro, we're further away from the highs than we are the lows.
I just mean the most local high. Yeah, not the daily high.
What would be the most local high?
The most local high would be 49,580.
Oh, hold on, wait.
I gotta. This is a 1 hour trade for me.
No, please dump it.
All right. Actually ended up placing a NASDAQ order down at those 71s that I was referring to earlier. It did not fill, so I've just canceled that.
This trade just gave me a headache. I legit have a headache now because of this.
Drink some electrolytes.
I keep drinking coffee and dehydrating myself.
No wonder you have a headache.
Do you know the lack of water I drank in Miami? Like, note to self for next trip.
Yeah, because you bought a pack of Coca-Cola.
I left it in the fridge.
No way.
Swear to God.
Should have taken it to the airport.
And Rondo's got what plants crave.
It's got electrolytes.
Oh my gosh. I've actually brought a water bottle from I drove with a water bottle in my car, and that thing was drunk. I was sipping on my water.
Jack, we went to CVS multiple times, but I just didn't buy enough water.
So many people forgot to bring toothpaste. We would get toothpaste.
Wow.
We went on a toothbrush run for a couple people. And I got a 12-pack of Coke. So this was my reasoning for the Coke, okay? I couldn't find a single can of Coke in the fridge at CVS. So I was forced to basically buy a 12-pack. And the 12-pack was cheaper to buy than to pay for the can of Coke that I drank from the hotel fridge. So I thought I would just buy the pack of 12 and I would replace the can of Coke. Turns out the can of Coke in the fridge had Coca-Cola written from the bottom to the top, and the one I bought from CVS was left to right. So I went to CVS, bought the pack of 12, whatever, I got the 12-pack. I walked it back to the hotel, all that for no reason.
I remember being like, oh, here it is. And you're.
I tried. Like, no, I really tried.
And then I was like, okay, here's a can. He's like, you're like, it's the wrong size can. I'm like, why does it, like, she's so particular about this Coke.
Yeah, because she kept telling me, oh, just here's a can of Coke. And it was literally like it was a large ass can. I'm like, Tanya, that doesn't fit. That does not fit in the fridge. Anyway, they were trying to charge me $9 or $8 for a can of Coke at the hotel.
That's crazy.
I'm now down $9 and probably $10 for the 12-pack that I paid.
Yeah, 12-pack of Coke was $10.
PG.
That's crazy. $9.
Like, damn, that's like literally 10xing it.
All right. So you want to hear about a mini bar bill? When I left Vegas and I was there for 20 days, I checked out of the hotel and my Fiji water bill was $1,200.
What?
What
for water?
For water.
Wait, how long were you in Vegas for?
20 days.
At a hotel?
Oh, I'd be pissed.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's a ton of water. Oh my gosh. You didn't get them to comp it?
I did get them to comp it.
Okay, nice.
I just got filled in gold after getting out of that trade. And then somebody asked me what my thoughts are about oil up here. So the 50% retracement in oil from the daily swing high of April 12th, we're a little bit above that. That's where the resistance came in yesterday. It's at 92.30. So I really think anything above 92.30 in CL might be a little bit of a premium today. So I was just looking for some rollover action. We've had lower lows and lower highs since I started getting short. And then the 38% retracement from the all-time high right now, or the high of this year in CL, is 93.50-ish, which is the high of the day. So those were two price levels that I had, but I'm not just going to short those price levels. I was waiting for some type of price confirmation, which I started getting coming out of those highs. And then you can see on my screen, you have these little red lines at the bottom of my CL. Actually, my face is covering it, but let me pull it over here. I forget there's so much going on the screen. These little red lines here that you can see are kind of like sell signals for me. And then I just have been selling into these pops. So that's my theory in CL. And now I'm locked in for basically break even. If it goes my way, great. If it doesn't, whatever. And then I just got long. Got so much going on right now.
All right, lit.
Gold here. So this is the halfway back long in gold and the retest of the breakout from where we broke out of. And it's also 5 bars down from the high.
So can we go back to the fact that I really thought I could outsmart this hotel?
Oh yeah, then later we learned that there's like a motion sensor in the refrigerator, so they know when you take it out. So it's already charged. It was all pointless.
Salma, tell me you've never stayed in a hotel. How do you not know that there's sensors?
Bro, I didn't know that.
I honestly didn't know. I heard that for the first time.
I'm surprised you didn't know, Tanya. I mean,
how long
what
is
is
the
that
sensor
supposed
for?
to
What if I
mean?
take
Whoa.
it out and I'm like,
Salma
oh,
never
never
left New
mind.
Jersey.
I have left New Jersey. Thank you very much. I've gone to New York.
That's been around for like at least 10 years.
Bro, this trade sucks, man. Oh my goodness.
Yay. Timer rule.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Trump is speaking, and then we also have the White
Oh,
House
word.
press secretary
Oh no.
is speaking, and
Oh,
she
God.
always freaking pumps the market.
Who
Oh,
does?
come
Oh,
on.
she does. Wait, so my question is for the sensors though, like what if I take something and I'm like, oh, never mind, I don't want it, and I put it
Yeah,
back.
exactly.
Like,
What am I
it's
not
on
supposed
like
to
a
touch it?
5-minute timer, or like
There's probably
what?
like a 30-second like thing.
30
I don't know.
second?
30 seconds wild.
Or you can
Bro.
tell them you put it back. Like, I mean, if you are, hey, I put it back,
That's wild.
they'll probably take it
I
off.
did not know all this. That's wild.
Bro, what? Yeah. Do you know how long it takes me to make up my mind?
Yeah.
I don't know. You're a
The
trader.
only
I thought it'd be
reason,
pretty-
hold on, the only reason I accepted drinking that can of Coke, even though it was like $8, is because I was so parched. I was literally like, I had just come from the airport, had nothing else to drink, and I'm like, you know what, screw it. Like, this is a problem for future Salma. Like, I didn't care in that moment. But I would have never willingly have taken that.
Fair enough.
Never again.
Ugh. Chat's going wild on you guys.
Kimberly says, just pay for it. All right, you give me the money and I'll pay for it. It's only money.
It's principle.
It's
Oh my
commission.
God,
It's
guys.
commission.
It's the principle of the matter.
No, there's nothing
Unplug
worse
the
than
fridge.
getting overcharged something that you're like, this is
Yeah,
ridiculous.
it's just BS. Like it really is just the principle.
Well, now you know you're going to go to CVS next time before you check in a hotel. You're going to have your bags, your laptop, and a 12-pack of Coca-Cola that costs you 10% of what one does.
It's crazy. So crazy.
Ooh, unplug the fridge. I like that idea.
Then you'll get charged for everything, probably.
Yeah, you ruined it all.
Oh my gosh.
All
All right,
right.
we're coming down here in CL.
I thought you got out of that.
No, I just moved my stop right below my entry.
Oh, okay.
I made two decisions because I was like, I'd been in that trade. It was one of those things where I'm like, I've been in this trade long. My stop was like at the time, I think $300 or $400. But I'm like, this isn't worth me taking a $400 loss. I don't hate the trade. So I just tightened on my stop really tight and put it one tick below my entry. And that was the call. My other decision would have been to just flatten out the trade. I mean, and that's what the just type of decisions I make when I've been in trades for a certain period of time is like, do I really want to risk? Like when I take a trade, my risk is a little higher. But after I've been in the trade for, here's my T1 here in YM. After I take the trade, I've been in it for half an hour. I'm like, do I still want to be risking $700 or $500, whatever it is on this trade? And the answer is usually like, no. It's like the idea was like good when you took it, but if we're not moving, like I think that part of the position management on a trade is so important. The time from like your entry to the time you get targets, which saves you. Like there's so many trades that I think we all get in where it's really not doing much, but you have that sunk cost of being emotionally invested to already buying that you really got to try to eliminate.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think I really like doing that too. It's like journaling how long your average trade like takes to work out. And like if it's just taking too long, it's probably not going to work out. Or like honestly, yeah, like earlier when I was in those longs, you're risking more dynamically then if it's going to pull back on me if it's just like a few points away from my target. If it's 80% of the way to my target and my stop's now at break even, it's kind of like, now I'm risking 80 to make 20 essentially, right?
Yeah.
So I agree with that. Like sometimes you don't want to hold through the pullbacks. Like every pullback, like reward yourself on the trade that you did take.
Mm-hmm. Like this gold entry is like picture perfect for me. I got in it. I'm using a limit order, so that means sellers are selling into me. I'm not market ordering, and then instantly that next bar is green. It is above my entry. We'll see where we are. If we're at that first target in 25 minutes, that's going to make me feel great. My stop will go to break even. Don't have to do any management. But CL, I was in it, hanging around, not really doing much, and still not doing much. I mean, it was a fat candle down, dojied right back up. So got to see, that's part of the trade and the constant management. I mean, that's the hard part because you always got to be managing your positions, but at the same time, you don't want to over manage your positions. It's a tough balance.
Trump speaking, you said, right?
He's always
Mm.
speaking.
White House Secretary she said
She's always speaking.
Trump has flexibility because of the ceasefire extension. Trump has all of the leverage. The cards are in Trump's hands. The U.S. maintains control. Karg Island is completely full. The blockade is on ships going to and from Iranian ports. Iran must turn over enriched uranium to the U.S. The Iranians can't send a unified message, and Iran is acting like a bunch of pirates. The Iranian vessel seizure wasn't a ceasefire violation. Okay, yeah, she's speaking. Okay.
Okay.
There's a lot of
I just got out of everything.
New highs on the NQ there.
Yep, new hive day. Why didn't you start speaking when I was in those longs like 20 minutes ago? But that would have been fun to take to 2 new highs, but whatever, made that money. It's funny how it came back down first to stop anyone that was still in from like that versus that 220 low, stop those people out. I thought that was really interesting on the 15-minute, how we like wicked that. And then, boop, seen it before.
God's kid, I had a limit at 26,972-ish in the NQ. It just didn't fill.
Yeah, it didn't retrace at all since that's kind of wild. It's 305.
But yeah, I see what you're talking about though. Prayer guy / God's kid. Let's see, is ES start moving yet or no? Oh yeah, it's kind of on highs.
Not at new hive day yet. It's also pretty far from the all-time highs. So
let's see what. Oof. Oh my gosh. This candle, I just keep looking over. I know we don't really trade stocks in here, but this Carvana candle is just, it's red
Carvana.
Now. Or Avis.
Car.
It's car.
Just car.
Just car.
No Vana, just car.
Yeah, no Vana. Do I trade the Bitcoin? Occasionally. I saw it was up 5% earlier, but I've been in and out of like 4 or 5 products here today, but just kind of depends on some days I catch what's moving and some days I don't. But yeah, Bitcoin I think seems to be really trending well here today.
Oh really? How much is it up today?
It's up $4,000. So 5.3%. Yeah.
Oh wow.
It's actually
what's
the best. It's the best performer on my watch list.
Oh wow, it's at 78,000 finally.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gonna be pushing 80 here soon.
Oh nice.
Current year mid. Okay.
I'm not convinced on this push, but I don't want to be in a trade when they're both talking. Actually, I don't know if Trump is still talking, but I know she is. She's just saying all the things to push us higher.
Said Trump has room to maneuver due to the ceasefire extension. The blockade continues to be effective. When asked if the Europeans will join the blockade, we'll see. So it seems like now she's answering questions. Okay.
I mean, I'm watching the video. She's not even talking. Unless I'm not watching I don't know. It doesn't matter,
I learned
guess.
yesterday that I tried to on X, I was like, let me try a rage bait post. I have not done that. And it totally worked. Like
What'd you say?
I've said I posted my long from yesterday morning. I said if you trade ICT and didn't take this trade, you need to study more. And
I saw that.
50,000 views.
Sheesh.
71 likes, 111 comments. Worked. That's the best thing to do, just rage bait people.
Yeah, no, it'd be like that. That's how you get engagement, is just unfortunately not even providing value, but just making people angry.
I did provide some value at
No, I know you do. I know you
the
do.
drawing, but I understand what you were saying. Yeah, exactly. The news and yeah, just make people angry or follow fake news.
Yeah, honestly, if I see somebody consistently just like rage baiting, I'm just like remove them from my feed because I just don't need the noise. But there's some people that just do it with no humor. Like I feel like, you know, you did a good job of like being humorous and also like talk smack.
It's hard to do that online for sure. Like to know what the tone of voice for someone is.
Yeah.
Okay, now she's speaking. Now I see her.
Again? Okay.
Yeah.
Talk some smack into my positions. About to get T2 here in the YM. I just moved my T3 up to the midpoint of the
Oh,
day.
really? It says she ended remarks on Fox News.
Really?
Salma, are you on live?
Yeah. Yeah.
And speaking of,
know.
can we get some likes in here for not rage baiting you guys and just providing value all day? We're at 160. Can we bump that up to 300 with 800 of you watching?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it says live and she's speaking. I don't know.
All
She's
right.
done.
T1 hit there in gold. T2 hit in YM there.
MB ADHD. I did look at his tweet and I commented. He was in my chat this morning. ICT was in my chat and I showed everybody. And he said emotions are high lately. So he probably was inspired himself. George says they got you with the fake news, Salma.
Well, I mean, I see the
Salma,
link.
what's moving?
The link is from the Associated Press, and if you go on that, it shows as live. So I don't know how they could be
All right.
showcasing live of something that's already done. Who the hell knows?
Nice one, Jack. Oh, you said your TP1's hit?
I hit my T2 and YM and my T1 in gold.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Oh, you went long YM, right?
Yeah. I was in it, like, it was like one of those things where I was like, I was in it, and then I didn't really like my entry, then rebid it like 15 points lower. But the first entry I had one target. I didn't use my like strategy bracket. In my strategy bracket, when I use it, I have 3 targets versus if I just like market order, it'll just be a simple order bracket, which is just one target, one stop. So if I'm positioned correctly, I prefer to have like a strategy bracket where I can have multiple exits. Like my CL short, I have one exit. So I was like, it's either going to work and break down. It's kind of how I view different views on different trades. Like if these were kind of rounding out bottoms. So, specifically with YM, I like to have like a tiered bracket versus like CL was kind of like a top call for that trade setup because I'm catching like a pretty hard reversal. I mean, that's the CL is the second best performer behind Bitcoin today. So it's like, if this is going to break down, it's probably going to break down big and I don't need multiple targets. I'm just going to stick out with one.
Slay. Okay. I mean, you're in like 3 trades right now. They're all working out, right?
Yep.
Nice. Okay, so Salma, you were right with it looks like she's like she's doing a gaggle. She's on I think she's on a BBC News or something, C-SPAN now. She was done with
Yeah,
Fox
see?
News. So yeah, she's still saying other things. Okay. She said, Trump wants unified response. Trump has not set firm deadline for an Iran proposal. The U.S. knows who's it's negotiating with in Iran, and 3 to 5 day ceasefire timeline is not true. All right, so she's making her rounds. So, Jack, did you sleep on the plane since you didn't sleep in Miami?
First of all, I slept on Friday. Saturday, I got out of my Uber and Merritt got in the Uber, the same Uber I got dropped off in.
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
Did he
remember
really?
that?
Yeah, it was hilarious.
That's
He's like, what are
funny.
you doing? I was like, don't ask me any questions. I actually had just coming out of the ocean. I was completely soaking wet. Yeah, I had a long
In the
night. I
Uber
ended
too?
up back. I ended up back at 11. I'm not going to disclose who I was with, but I ended up back at 11 pretty late.
Oh, I know who you were with.
Do
Because I
you
ran
know? Do you know who I was with?
I ran into him at the airport.
I
So
know.
Oh,
But
okay.
let me think. Wait, you were soaking wet and you got in the Uber too?
Well, no, I mean, like I put my clothes back on. Well, it's because I had
Oh,
to.
so you went
My
skinny dipping.
hair, was good.
Okay, got you,
It
got
was a good
you.
time.
Nice. You
Yeah.
guys traded off.
They
cheap
didn't.
ships
They weren't.
for the
They
Uber.
weren't there for that part of the adventure. But
Okay.
yeah, that was 6 o'clock in the morning. I did not. Well, my flight back. Yeah, I probably slept a little bit, but more early bedtimes Sunday night. Took a nap Sunday, and then early bedtimes last couple days. So we're back to normal. My Monday stream energy was much different than today's stream energy.
Oh yeah. Oh man. Monday was like a recovery day. Me and Salma held it down though. We had fun on Monday stream.
yeah, it was really fun actually.
So Jack,
All right,
when
I'm
did
gonna
you
try
fit
shorts
packing?
again.
Where did you fit packing into all of this?
Well, I actually am leaving again tomorrow, so I got to get back. I haven't even unpacked. No, I barely
I
unpacked.
haven't unpacked either, except to
Me
get out
neither.
like, some of the merch.
My
Yeah.
luggage is
I'm going to
still
Ireland
exactly where it
next
is.
week, so I'm probably not going to unpack much.
Yeah, I I got a lot cut out for me. A lot of I mean, I've rarely
Where are
go
you
to
going?
different places. I'm going to Colorado tomorrow,
Oh, nice.
so going to Durango, Colorado for a bachelor party. So great again. So I'm gonna
More
be
late nights.
yeah, I'm gonna be no, it should be fairly tame. I mean, it's Durango, Colorado. I don't know how much trouble we're gonna get into, but
If Jack's there, there's trouble.
yeah, no,
Double's
nobody.
his middle name, as they say.
It's actually bad, but
That's funny.
Okay. Anything else that she said? Let's see. She said she reiterates Iran's public and private messaging is different. Let's see. Trump will dictate the timeline on the ceasefire deadline, and he's satisfied with the blockade. All right. She was asked how long will the Iran war may last. And she said Trump will dictate how long that war will last. Okay.
I mean, it's if we don't declare war, is it a war? I don't know. I don't know how that works.
I don't think I think the last time we formally declared war was World War II.
Really? We didn't even declare war
Yeah.
against Korea? Wow.
Let me see.
No, because there was a draft. I feel like with the draft, they would have had to declare war.
Vietnam. When was the last time the U.S. declared war? Nope. The last time the U.S. formally declared war was during World War II, with the final
That's
declarations
crazy.
approved by Congress on June 4th to 5th, 1942.
Wow, that's
Like,
wild.
While the U.S. has engaged in many conflicts since, including Korea, Vietnam, and Iraq, these were authorized by Congress via authorizations for use of military force rather than formal declarations. Right? Okay.
Police action. Interesting. Got a couple of history buffs in the chat too.
I'm gonna pat myself on the back for that random anecdote too. I'm good with the random knowledge.
Oh yeah, you just
coming in with the diverse train of thought. Look at her. She just studied. Tanya's just reading like Jeopardy
Wikipedia pages.
Bro, she just fun facts.
Loopholes, not gonna lie. Who else reads Wikipedia pages and then you click the link to something else you're interested in and then like you go down a rabbit hole, you just keep clicking links within the articles.
I hate Wikipedia. Just the fact that like I know anyone can go in and edit it.
Yeah. They just be asking me for donations every time I go on. I'm like,
yeah, that too.
Absolutely not.
Do you guys know there's a Wikipedia app?
I'm sure
a phone app.
There's an app for everything.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
You guys want me on your trivia team. Trust.
I agree.
Trivia night. Love a good trivia night. Pop culture, not as much. I need someone else to hold it down for that one.
I'm going to go with Nick being good at pop culture.
No.
Or Stowe. You think?
think Salma would be holding the fort down for pop culture.
Maybe.
Yeah, for like Gen X.
Excuse me.
Gen Z.
Hey, Thomas, thank you. I'm happy. I'm happy you think that. Thank you.
Grokpedia. Haven't
Wait,
used
what?
it yet.
What year do you
Grok?
think makes you Gen Z? Like, what year do you have to be born in? What years? So I feel like I'm between. I'm on the cusp.
I don't know. I've never gone down that rabbit hole, I should say.
It says 1997. Two people said 1997 or later.
So that includes you, Tanya.
I'm in 98. Could be.
Oh wow, I feel like a grandpa now.
Someone says after 2000. Yeah, I can't believe people born in 2008 are 18 years old now. The UK just banned vapes for people, anyone born after 2008, so that's good. Like kids under 18,
Wow.
as they should.
Yeah. All right. I have took another third off of my gold there. So both my stops on gold and YM are break even with 2/3 of those positions off. And I'll let the final be the determining factor on that. What we do into the close, I do not know, but 25 minutes left. Blah.
George, I just said I also don't use Wikipedia. You know what today calls for?
Ice cream.
A nap.
Ooh.
The market
I want ice cream.
was just exhausting.
I'm getting a steak dinner later tonight. Happy.
Yum. We're
Well,
at
la-di-da.
It's like an Argentinian restaurant.
nice.
Argentinian Italian fusion.
All right, dinner on Tanya.
Sure. We
Imagine I
ate
just
this
show
morning
up.
with logs and NQ. We ate again in the afternoon. I'm happy. Yummy, yummy. I'm full.
What the hell? Was that a clip or is that just right now?
It's gonna be a clip.
Oh, that was me just now.
Oh God. That's a clip.
Someone said it's past beer 30. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, bro. It's Wednesday.
I'm literally so tired.
See, Jim likes the casual martini. I'm just more of the binge drinker, and then I just don't participate in weekly.
And then you do like a whole cleanse afterwards. You do a juice cleanse.
Oh yeah, no, you know what? I used to do celery juice like every morning, but I get really bad indigestion because it has a high food map like score, which just like basically it ferments in your stomach. I know it's a little TMI, but
Really? No.
yeah. So I was drinking it every day, and I was like, why am I just belching all day? And I was like, I have to stop drinking celery juice, which is unfortunate because I really like it. But
Why were you drinking it? Like, because it's alkaline or?
yeah, it's just like I think it's like really just beneficial. Like, so I would do like celery, apple, lemon, turmeric, ginger, and I would literally just make a batch every week. But I've cut it down to just turmeric and ginger because I can handle that. But I also just think like honestly, if I'm just drinking that like every day, like my skin really clears up. I'm glowing. Just there's definitely benefits to just consuming that stuff, and I would never be able to slam a whole stalk of celery in a period of day, and I could basically do that in a drink.
I love celery and peanut butter. That's good.
Yeah, it's great, but I will eat more than I need to be eating of that. And it's just like you can go through a lot of calories in peanut butter with dipping some celery sticks.
That's true.
You have like
but
0
celery has
calories.
negative calories, so it cancels out.
Yeah.
Girl math.
Girl math. I love girl math. Yeah, and unfortunately we have pretty sedative jobs, so like, man, first thing I'm doing after this, I'm closing the laptop down and hitting the freaking gym because I've been slacking.
You and me both.
Slacking.
You and me both.
I went to the
buddy.
gym on Monday and my quads hurt so much. My personal trainer went hard on me. I asked her to go easy also because Monday was recovery. I was tired, but she didn't really change anything.
I don't know how you went.
Huh?
I don't know how you went to the gym.
I
Kudos
told
to
you if I don't go, if I don't cancel 24 hours before, I mean, like it's only a 50% refund,
Yeah,
So
that'll
I'm
make you
gonna
go.
go. That's how I've never missed a day since in like 8 months. Yep.
You met soap. Listen, Monday, Tuesday, 100% the gym for me was taking a nap. I could use a nap right about now. I'm just not sure if I'm gonna sleep. I should just go
Selma,
to
what,
the
what
gym.
time was your flight on Sunday?
8? No,
Okay.
Oh, she rookie mistake. Her flight
9,
was
I think.
9.
Okay,
So
because
she
I'm
had to
just
leave at
I'm trying to
7.
figure out who you saw at the airport based on your flight time.
Oh, I mean, who you were with.
Well, I was with multiple people.
Well, the person you were with.
The
Okay.
person that would be on
The person
her
that matters.
flight.
But what's it
Were
called?
they on your flight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I know her. Yeah, yeah. How is
what's
he looking, by the way? I didn't.
actually not bad.
Yeah. All right. That's good to hear. Haven't
Not
talked
bad.
to him
But
since.
what was I gonna say to you? Oh, the reason why I got up so early for the airport is because I promised Savannah I'd go with her, like we would, Uber to the airport. We end up running to Jim in the lobby, and then he hopped in the Uber with us, so the three of us went to the
Oh,
airport
nice.
together. But all of their flights was way before mine, and I had to sit at the airport for like 3 hours before my flight, before I could
All
even
right.
board.
Girl, you
Oh.
could have gone on your sleep. She got an hour of sleep that night.
Well, I didn't. Yo, it was a really rough ride to the airport. It was
Yo,
horrible.
I had to drive 2 hours to Naples. Try doing that after a night like that.
Well, you kind of did that to yourself, Jack.
Yeah, well, I know I did it to myself. I'm just saying. You're in the
But,
back seat
yeah,
of the Uber.
I mean, I don't know how. Do you have a Tesla that drives itself?
No, I had a rental car. It was like a Hyundai. There wasn't even safety
No
bags in that thing.
No self-driving.
No. I wish.
What do you guys think will happen at 350? Well, I have an odd feeling we're just gonna kind of like this huge candle upside.
I think I'm getting filled on my YM long, and I think I'm gonna get stopped out on my MGC, and I think I get filled on my short target and CL. That's my guess.
All right.
How many likes do you guys think we can get before 4 p.m.? Because the likes are kind of
We need
slacking
300
right now.
at least. Come on, chat. Hit that
300
like
is
button.
too little, if you ask me. That's not even half the viewership.
Someone said. Someone said it's gonna go uphill all the way. Okay, I think it's gonna go to the upside for 350. I hope so.
Yeah. I'm already out on 2/3 of these positions. That's when you just like, that's a nice thing having like multiple targets. You get two off, just like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Final, like I'm not sweating it versus like, I mean, CL. I mean, I'm up 500, but like that could be 0.
Could be for sure.
Could be. Tesla earnings, yep.
We never know. Oh, wait, Tesla earnings are today.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now I understand why we haven't pushed it. Okay.
Hey, Shab.
Shab in the chat.
Good to see you. Welcome home.
Hello, Shab.
Hi. What's up, bestie?
Shab needs to come to New York.
Yeah, and when she does, I'll also come to New York.
You said you hate Manhattan.
I will do it
And
for
she also
her.
doesn't like oysters. Do you like sushi, Salma?
Y'all
do I
better come
like
to
what?
Chicago. When they do the Chicago meetup, you guys better come.
Yeah,
Oh, for sure.
go. I've never been to Chicago, so I gotta go.
Yeah, definitely.
Salma, do you like sushi?
She goes, "Are you 2 doors down eavesdropping?" Wait, Tanya, me and you got sushi. What are you asking right now?
Oh my God.
We literally ate sushi in Miami.
Yeah, you made me film it.
No,
Oh
you
my
did
God.
a horrible
Apparently,
job,
I'm not
Jack.
good at it.
It was literally my idea to go get sushi. What are you talking about, Tanya?
Oh my God.
Yeah, she's shot. Anyway,
Man.
Shab goes, "Are you 2 doors down eavesdropping?" That's because we were neighbors in Miami.
Oh, you guys they didn't put anybody on my floor.
They didn't put
Me
anyone
neither.
on anyone's floor except
They're like,
apparently
they
me
can't
and
be
Shab.
bugging.
Shop, was that on purpose? Were none of us on the same floor for a reason? Is that like a corporate thing? Is that like
That is on purpose.
I don't know.
is
I don't know. I
that
feel
what they
like the
do?
hotel just didn't do it. Who knows? Maybe
No,
they
what
just
are the
didn't want
chances
us
we are all
together.
on
Too
different
much
floors?
trouble. Too much trouble.
No, it was done on purpose.
It has to be. It's
That's
gotta be
why
a-
she was shocked. That's why she was shocked when she found out we were neighbors.
She's like, how did you get here?
Yeah. I'm like taking it. So listen to this. Listen to this.
Yo, Tracy's calling you on the chat. She said Salma was directly above me, pounding on the floor.
I did that on purpose, Tracy. I told you I'd wake you up.
Somebody was doing that above me.
Bro, I was literally right above her, but anyway, I'm napping. I think it was Thursday. I'm taking a nap and I'm like, I hear someone's voice. I'm asleep. I hear someone's voice. By the way, my room is like near the elevator. And I'm like, is that Shab's voice? And I just go back to sleep. I brushed it off, went back to sleep. I meet up with Shab later and I'm like, do you happen to be on the 18th floor? Bro, she was like, what the hell? It was the funniest thing ever.
Wait, you heard it from your room?
Yo, I could hear everything from my room. And that's why
That's oh yeah, because you were also near the elevator. You said you heard the elevator. I was in the same
Yeah.
room on the different floor. I didn't hear it.
Oh my
She got
God. I bet you next meetup, we're not going to be on the same floor. She's going to make sure of it. We're going to be on opposite ends of the freaking hotel. But no, that was so funny. I thought I was like hallucinating or my ears were playing tricks on me.
You got the ears of like a hawk. I don't know.
Bro, I swear to God, I felt like everybody was like I could hear it as if they were in my room.
Here's NASDAQ at new highs of the day, actually.
Brother. We probably get pinned here. I mean, they're going to wait for Tesla.
Everybody was haunting Salma's room.
Yo, I could hear everything.
The ghost of NinjaTrader.
Mark, I would not know. But then the next day I texted her and I said, hey, do you happen to have floss? See, it was a good thing we were neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
She came through.
All right, taking out of my final bit there, the YM. Or no,
Oh, nice.
it was GC. GC. I'm looking too many markets on my screen. I don't even know what I'm looking at anymore.
Gold. You're still long YM and you're short CL. Your short's doing nicely.
Yeah, I'm hoping I can get a little final here. I'm not sticking around to hold it, but I do think we're gonna hit that targets in the after hours. I just need to get on with my day. I've been at my desk long enough.
Mm-hmm. Plus, honestly, yeah, the earnings and stuff. Oh. Do you guys stick around to watch what earnings does?
Hell no.
I check my phone.
I used to do it, so it was fun.
You know, sometimes
I just wait for
don't-
people to complain.
Well, sometimes I don't know what
IB
time it's
crush.
coming out. Sometimes it's like 4:05. Sometimes it's like
Yeah,
4:30. You're like,
4:10.
yeah. I don't really know. Do you guys have like a solid, reliable source that like accurately reports that information?
It's like
I
4:30.
like earnings whispers.
Okay.
You can also follow, hold on, let me get the right name on Twitter. Wall Street Engine on Twitter.
Okay.
Wall Street, that's ST, not fully spelled out. They're pretty good with the stuff that they post. Oh, here you go. Tesla reports after the close at 4:10.
All right, nice.
Wall Street. Well, call me at 4:10.
And I would just wait till people start complaining on Twitter about how their short-dated contracts are worthless.
My My weekly's expired, worthless. No.
Why is that? Tesla jumped. Why are my options cooked? Oh, well.
It's called an IV
Oh
crunch.
boy.
IV crush.
Oh boy, oh boy. A lot of people are about to find out what that is. Just be prepared for that.
Okay. Financial juice. Cool. All right. Here comes Kane. Or his voice.
Attention traders, it's algo time.
And pumping up on high of the day here in the ES, just a few points away. There it is, just immediately breaking it. Oh, come
What was
on.
that pump?
What is this?
People thought would
You
happen.
got so close to my YM target.
Oh,
Come on.
might still get there. Might still get there.
I think so.
Well, at least algo time finally did something. It's been a while
Jack called
since.
the pump.
Yeah.
Let's go. Yeah. Yes, hit that new high of day. Tracy says, yeah, Tesla will be the first of the Mag 7 to report. Great. Have to watch out on all the other ones too.
Well, they're clearly front running these earnings with this move. I don't think anybody's expecting anything but beats across the board with the way we've bounced out of these lows.
Dude,
Yeah.
if you know anything about Tesla, every single one of their events is a huge letdown. So don't hold your breath.
Jim said that the ES initial balance single break finally happened. Awesome.
I hope I'm wrong, though, for those who are in.
The Edge report paid, says George. Nice.
Oh, I'm sure Jim would be happy to hear that.
Oh, yeah.
Shots. Yeah, that was the first IB break of the day in ES. Wow. My man Jim dropping, what do they call it? Dropping the sauce?
Sauce.
Dropping the sauce. All right, out on YM now.
Nice.
Yay.
Woohoo.
Yay.
Good work.
Give me my CL. I've been patient. Well, thank all of you guys for tuning into NinjaTrader Live with us again. It's been a
Let's see how many likes we hit today.
Still
fun
nothing.
session.
They're not liking the
They're
stream,
being
guys.
cheap with the likes.
All right, that's it. I'm not leaving.
We're not.
We're not
Salma's
leaving.
not going to release the rest of the videos.
Guys, you're gonna want them to release those. They are pristine humor.
Juicy.
Juicy. Yeah, they're juicy.
I am sitting on some good stuff here.
Yeah, you guys are both great at filming. Sometimes I forget. So I got the
You did
ball.
well filming the bus when you were like, oh, let's get behind the scenes, and Salma was giving out the wrist bracelets. That was good.
Oh yeah, that's right.
On my
Yeah, I got a little, what do they call that? Little B-roll.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, when I started filming people with the glasses, and they was like tweaking, like, what are you filming me? I'm like, it's for the show, okay?
When'd you get those glasses? I forgot. Like a couple months ago?
Yeah, I just literally a week before Miami.
Oh, nice. So you need to try the translation part of it and like let me know how it works. If it works well or not.
I'm gonna have to find somebody who speaks another language.
Should have done in Miami. I would speak some Spanish or something.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Still not enough likes.
I would test it out.
Ooh. Yeah, I need to watch like a nice YouTube tutorial on it and just dive in. I picked my daughter up from kindergarten for the first day the other day at kindergarten, and I was like, this is, her mom's like, record it, I want to see it. So I put my glasses on.
Aw.
Yeah, she just like came up running to me. I was like, well, that's what, I guess if no one's gonna let me film them in NinjaTrader Miami, I'll just do it here. But yeah, it's cute little.
That was a sweet video, yeah.
Oh, that's nice. So then, like, you could like be present while that's happening and like get that on vid.
Yeah, nah, because
Not
I mean,
looking at
she
your
know,
phone.
like, I never like to put a phone in her face.
Yeah.
She knows like kind of what it is. She'll be like, stop. Oh man, we're really running.
Wow, we're still going.
That
Holy.
pop.
Yeah, that's why I even moved up my final TP on my YM from the original strat. And but yeah, it's that end of day pump, when you get that, and that's really
Mhm.
why I was looking at that YM. And Salma, you mentioned that risk reward situation just because it was at the bottom of the range. I'm like, if we're gonna
Yeah.
get that IB breakout in ES, it's gonna drag that YM higher. And I just felt a little better from the locality of where I could put my stop in.
Yeah, I mean, if I were to have longed one of the indexes, it would have been YM for that same exact reason. I just honestly did not,
What
I
was
don't
your
want to say believe, but I didn't see a setup for me to take. So everything for me looked like it wanted more downside.
Yeah.
What were you saying, Tanya?
what was the reason for YM, did you say? Like you said the same exact reason. What was that?
It was just the fact that it was at hanging at lows while the other indexes were not, and NQ was hanging at highs.
Mhm.
So if the overall market were to push, then YM has the best risk to reward. You can
Mm,
have a
true.
what's it called, tighter stop loss,
Oh,
and
okay.
then your target could be whatever, right? Like he's still moving up his targets as he should, because everything else is pushing. So yeah, a lot of times
Oh,
people in the
yeah.
chat will. Sometimes
Hmm.
people in the chat will be like, "Oh, like why are you long the weakest, or why are you short the strongest?" And it's like, well, this is why.
I'm gonna tighten up my stop here and
It's
see if
almost like a catch-up trade.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Got you.
Yeah, I like those.
works really well when the markets are trending. But if the markets aren't trending, like in general, like not everything's because there's some pretty big dislocations. I mean, last year was a huge dislocation between the Russell and the Nasdaq. Like
Hmm.
Russell wasn't doing anything, but it's played catch up on this run up here.
Nice little pump into the close. Congrats, chat. Who here was long? A lot of people were saying that they thought it would pump at 350. You guys got it. W for you guys. Type one in the chat if you were long.
A there's
Nice.
Hey guys.
Jim here to save us.
Man, great job today.
Not me.
Booty.
Tanya and Jack, though, they did their thing.
Well, it happened. Yeah, no, I didn't. I was short too. I got stopped.
It
Happens.
happens.
Yeah. I'm 0 for 2 though. I'm like 0 for 2 the last 2 days.
It happens to the best of us, Jim.
Yeah. We'll get them tomorrow, Salma.
So all we can do is try.
I know, but I think Jack's right. I think we're front running earnings reports right now.
Usually, though, when that happens, it's because earnings are going to shit the bed and they don't want market to get too low. And so they push it right before we get bad earnings. And then by the time that we dump, we're back to where we were like an hour ago. You
Well,
know,
who's they?
they,
Jim.
them,
Oh, all
the
right.
guys in the white van.
The guys up there.
Oh my God. Well, we'll find out shortly. We finally got our single break of the IB. It took all day up until algo. The algo did it.
Mm-hmm. That market on close definitely shot us up there. And yeah, ES got to that new half day. Woohoo!
Yeah, and let's see across the board. So energies are down slightly. Um, Dr. Copper's ripping higher, $6.13. That's a market to pay attention to for sure. Gold is up today again, 47.60 right now. And the winner chicken dinner and the equity sweepstakes remains NASDAQ up 1.7%.
Wow.
Yeah. There we go. This thing's still grinding up. The bell hasn't even rung yet.
I
Yeah,
definitely
even the
like
Russell
copper
right now
now.
is just on a tear.
How
Jeez.
about the Bitcoin? It's almost 79,000. Get an 80 print maybe pretty soon.
Yeah, maybe it'll hit 80K soon, probably.
Yeah, that's surprising.
Strongest today.
That's honestly surprising given it was just kind of stuck in the mud for so long.
Yeah.
I know it was asleep for weeks.
Well, risk back on. I think Bitcoin's still, at the lower end of the range, and people are thinking risk back on. Imagine Bitcoin at all-time highs in, 9 months.
Yeah. All right, 71, 70-ish, give or take for the mini S&P, closing at the highs. Very interesting. Well, good times are going to happen. If you're trading Globex tonight, be careful. I mean, especially this next hour. I know we got another hour to go, but just be careful, man. Just we could have some. I don't want to use the word knee-jerk reactions, but some extreme reactions. So just take it easy. Having said all that, great job, you guys. Let's give these guys a round of applause. So tomorrow, we have another great lineup tomorrow. We have 7 different traders tomorrow, 8 different traders tomorrow, but we're kicking it off with Jim Welsh. Jim Welsh is a macro and technical strategist with Macro Tides. He's been on before. He's an awesome dude. He's going to be a special guest tomorrow with Maggie and Shai. We have Farm for Tape Talk, and then Trading the Open. Jack's coming back tomorrow morning early with Stowe. Looking forward to that. Trading the Bell. He'll be joined. Jack and Stowe are going to be joined with Nick for a tick and XYZ, also known as Jay, apparently. Trading the close. We're going to have Salma's coming back to trade the close tomorrow afternoon. It's good to see you again, Salma.
You too, Jim, as always.
Yeah, and you're going to be teamed up with Nick Furtick and Christian trading boxes tomorrow afternoon. That'll be a spectacular end of day segment. Looking forward to that as well. So thank you for doing that, Salma.
Of course.
All right. Well, having said all that, appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome, and I will talk to you soon. I do want to remind everybody, thank you for the subscriptions and for the thumbs up and your great support, and particularly those folks in the chat helping each other out. It's so a special place, man. We're doing something special here. It's just going to get better and better. A lot of stuff planned in the future. But remember, the most important message still remains. Please be safe out there and be good to each other. We'll see you soon.
Take care, chat.
Later, Jim.
Jinx.